Okay, good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm Johnny. Thank you for having me once again. And I'm right here with a topic that I think is important, and it's a grammar review. Grammar review. It's always necessary to go through some grammar concept. Structure, right? We need to speak, we need to practice. I've always insisted on the importance of speaking. But to talk, you need a basis, and on the basis, the foundations of good speaking is good grammar. So let's review some things we've seen during the semester, and let's start with this. Look at this. This is Homer Orange. Wow, they other, don't they? Okay, let's see. We have verb tenses review, past, present, or future. Basically, what I want to you to understand here is that if we manage present simple, okay, present continuous, past simple, past continuous, and future, you can talk to anyone around the world in any country, any situation. Okay? So let's see. Let's take the verb play, for example, in present simple, and remember that we use what? Use simple present to talk about routines. You remember that? Every time something is repetitive, like the things that you do every day. For example, I always early, I take a shower, I have breakfast, lunch. Those are repeated actions. So we do this every day. That's a routine. Whenever we talk about a routine, something that we do every day, we have to use simple present tense. And it's very simple. I play, okay? Most of them are I play, but in third person singular, we use S here in affirmative, okay? What happens in the negative form for present, we have don't, or for third person singular, he, she, or it, or Maria, or Berta, or Martin, okay? It takes dancing here, or the auxiliary. But notice that the verb in negative doesn't change. You have the infinitive, okay? One. I don't play, he doesn't play. It will be a mistake to say he doesn't play, for example. Yes, it's not necessary here because you already have it here, so you don't need it. You just don't need it. Then, so we have affirmative. Negative, another question. It's very simple. For the question in simple present, we use do or does. Okay? Do or does. Then you come out with the question, do you play? Does he play? Whenever we use the auxiliary here, the S here disappears. So you don't need it. Why not? Yes has to be marked only once in the sentence. In affirmative, we use it. Negative, we don't need it. Questions for questions. Interrogative, we don't need it either. Okay? I like you to practice that with different verbs, like with things you do every day. You start practicing. What do I do every day? I get up in the morning. I get up at 5. I take a shower. He takes a shower. My mother takes a shower. I don't take a shower. My mother doesn't take a shower. My brother doesn't take a shower. Do you take a shower? Does your sister take a shower? And that's a good way to practice. Okay, take different verbs. Take now different verbs and do your practice. Should be doing well. Okay, very good. Present continuous. Okay, now when do we use it? We use it to express actions that are happening now at the moment when we are speaking. That's in Spanish is ando endo. Yo estoy jugando, tú estás corriendo. Well, in English, it's the same. We need is basically the verb to be. So we need a subject. The verb to be is absolutely necessary. We can miss it here. You and the verb to be, he and the verb to be. So we have I am. Don't forget to use the contraction here, which is way better. Am, you are, he is. And the verb with ing, that's all we need to express an action that is happening now. I'm playing, you're playing, he's playing. I'm working, you're working, he's working. My sister is working, my brother is playing. My dog is sleeping. Okay, so that's for affirmative. Now, for negative sentences, I'm not playing. So the only thing we have to do is add here. I'm not, you are not, is not. But of course, we have to use the contraction. And when we use a contraction, it's different, but more comfortable. I'm not playing, you aren't playing, he isn't playing. Try to make negative examples with different verbs, with the routine again. Okay, what are you doing now? Well, I'm working, I'm teaching a class, I'm recording a video, I'm recording my voice. Are you not doing? I'm not playing football, I'm not playing the guitar. Okay, my wife is cooking, my wife is not watching TV. Okay, and for the interrogative sentences or questions. With the verb to be is very simple. Forget about this, okay? In present continuous. Present continuous, what you have to keep in mind, what you have to remember is the verb to be, okay? So in affirmative, the verb to be is after the subject, but in questions, you put it at the beginning of the sentence. Am I? Are you? So you invert it, right? Is he? And the verb with ing, are you playing? Is he washing the car? Or when do you practice with your friend? Are you playing tennis now? Yes, I am. Are you playing tennis now? No, I'm not. Are you speaking English? Yes, I am. Are you practicing English? Yes, I am. Is your father working? Yes, he is. Is your sister playing the piano? No, she isn't. Okay, so that's what you should be doing now. If I were you, I would be practicing. Okay, so you can pause the video from time to time and practice, practice. So we have so far present simple, present continuous, and now past simple. Past simple of regular verbs is very easy. Past simple regular verbs is very simple, very easy because all we have to do is to add ed on the main verb. For example, if the verb is regular like is the case, played, never pronounce play it, no, played. Played football yesterday, played football yesterday. And for the negative, we have a tool, an herramienta, tool here, and that tool, that important tool for negative sentence is didn't. But look at this. It doesn't change in third person. It's didn't for all the personal pronouns. It's didn't for all the subjects. I didn't, he didn't, she didn't, they didn't, my mother didn't, my brother didn't, Marcus didn't, Bertha didn't, Martin didn't, Tommy didn't, Kathy didn't, and Milton didn't. Okay, Lisa didn't. And then the verb. I didn't play, I didn't work, she didn't study, you didn't listen, you didn't watch. With regular or irregular verbs, it's exactly the same. The only thing we need is the subject, the auxiliary here, and the verb in infinitive. That's all you need. And what do we do for the questions? Okay, we invert it once again. Word inversion comes up. Okay, did you play? And the verb doesn't important. Whenever you have an auxiliary in English, the verb is untouchable. So you don't touch it anymore. Why? Because it's affected, it's directly affected by the auxiliary. You don't need it. You mark it once. Did he play? Did he work? Did he buy a car? Did she wear a uniform? Okay. And then you can practice with your friend, like short answer. Did you play tennis? Yes, I did. Did you play football yesterday? No, I didn't. Did your brother go to the stadium? Yes, he did. Did your brother go to the party? No, he didn't. Did Marcos come to class yesterday? Yes, he did. Did Marcos go to class last year? No, he didn't. Okay, so we have this. This is right here. One, two, three. Now let's move on to past continuous. Past continuous. You remember present continuous right here? That expresses something that is happening at the moment. Past continuous is the same, but in the past. Talk about a specific moment in the past when something was occurring, was happening, was taking place. And the verb in present continuous is well, the verb to be in present tense. Past continuous is that we use the verb to be in past tense. I was, you were, he was, they were, Maria was, Tommy was. In negative, I wasn't, you weren't, he wasn't. So the equivalent into Spanish to yo no estaba jugando, yo no estaba trabajando. You were playing. Remember, the verb to be in past tense has only two forms. Those two forms are was or were, no more. So in negative, wasn't or weren't. I was, you were, he was, she was, they were. So the sentence would be, a good examples would be, I was, and the verb with ing. That's all we have to think about. You were playing, he was playing. And in negative, it's very simple. Wasn't is the negative form was, and weren't is the negative form of were. Wasn't. Maria wasn't. I wasn't. She wasn't. My wife wasn't. My son wasn't. My dog wasn't. Carlos Valderrama and Estrella weren't. Okay, because it's plural. I wasn't playing, you weren't playing, he wasn't playing. But you can use different verbs here, okay? This plays just a model that I take just to make your examples and make the explanation easier. But please use different verbs. Okay, so talk about something in the past, a specific point in the past that was happening right there. ¿Qué estaba haciendo ayer a las 7? I was playing, I was watching TV, I was having breakfast. Okay, now for the questions. Again, you invert it with the verb to be, the auxiliary for questions at the beginning of the sentence. Never use did or was together. No, never, never did that. Never, jamás. Use was or did. And in this case, is past continuous, so only was. Was I playing? Were you playing? Was he playing? Look how easy this is, okay? Yes. Were you playing tennis yesterday at 7 o'clock? Yes, I was. Were you playing football yesterday? No, I wasn't. Was she listening to the radio yesterday? She wasn't. Was he running around the park last night at 7 o'clock? Not he wasn't. Okay? Future tense. And now, okay, we've seen so far present, present continuous, past simple, past continuous, and now it is all time to move on to future tense. That will make it easier. As I told you at the beginning of the video, if you manage these three tenses or these four tenses, you can move around the world speaking English. It's that simple. You just have to learn these tenses, the structures, right? And then some vocabulary, and we're ready. And future tense. So you can speak in present tense, in past tense. We need to speak in future tense. What is the easiest way to speak in future tense? Using will. Whenever you precede a verb with the auxiliary will, you convert it into future tense. You want to say, for example, correré, I will run. Comeré, I will eat. I use command, they will eat. But better use a contraction. Okay? I'll. He will, he'll. She will, she'll. They will, they'll. They'll come back. Use volcán. I'll play tennis. Jugaré tenis. He'll study English. Ella estudiará. Okay? That's the contraction of I will, he will, she will. But in the negative form, okay, in the negative form, we use the negative of will. And the negative of the auxiliary will is won't. I won't play, he won't play, they won't play. Right? I won't come back, no volveré. You won't listen, no escucharás, etc. I won't remember, I will forget it, I won't forget it, no lo olvidaré. Again, for the questions, we merge it. If in affirmative, we have will after the subject, but in the question, we precede the subject with the auxiliary will. Will you play tennis? Will he play? Yes, he will. No, he won't. Yes, he will. No, he won't. Yes, they will. No, they won't. Okay? So you already have the structures here. Please pause the video for a while, for a moment. Stop the video. Practice with your friends. All the tenses. So what I recommend here is you to take a blur Okay, take a verb and do you practice. For example, an important verb here is train. Entrenar. I trained yesterday. I'm training now. I train every day, and I will train tomorrow. Okay, that's good. Take verbs that are very familiar to you. So click the correct option. We don't have to click with the examples here. Go. I usually go. Why present tense? Because we have the frequency adverb usually. Whenever you see frequency adverbs, use a sentence like usually, always, never, sometimes. That indicates, that shows that you have to use simple present. I usually go skating. Homer, you have a son. That's the future, right? It's predicting the future, so future tense. Yesterday, so past tense, played basketball yesterday. My dad, last year, past tense. My dad was in London last year. He often, frequency adverb, present tense, frequency adverb, often, frequently, routine, indicates a routine, something is happening every day. She often plays. Why do we use S here? Because she is third person, like he and it. He plays, Mario plays, my mother plays. Saxophone. So, simple present. Okay? Homer, you will meet a beautiful girl. They are predicting the future. So, future things. Right? Years ago, many years ago, what does it show? Hace muchos años, past tense. So you have to use conocí. I met March many years ago. Simple past. Good. Lisa, book when I arrived home. This is a specific moment in the past. Something was happening at that moment when I arrived home. Llegué a casa en ese punto del pasado, algo estaba sucediendo. So I use simple past, sorry, past continuous. What was happening? Lisa was reading a book when I arrived home. Okay, past continuous. In this photo, what is happening? In this photo, I want to show what is happening now. So in this photo, we are dancing. What is happening in this photo now? You're describing this. We are dancing. Because you're talking about something that is happening. Okay. Last Monday, past tense. I was at school last Monday, past tense. Right? Every Sunday, what does every Sunday show? Show routines, so simple present. My mom cooks pancakes every Sunday. Okay, in the future, because now this is Bart now at the moment today, and this is what Bart think he will be in the future. So you use future tense. Will be, será. I will be, yo seré. Okay. When my mom kissed is a specific moment in the past, something was happening, so we have to use past continuous. My dad was cooking. Estaba cocinando. ¿Cuándo? Cuando mi mamá lo besó. Was a specific moment in the past. Okay, right now means now, en este momento. So you use something that shows that the action is happening at the moment. And that tense is present continuous. Cycling right now. This one, see ya later. Okay, that's it about the tenses explanation. And now I want you to do some practice. Wait a second, please. I have to show you a different presentation, PPT, the presentation, and I hope you're enjoying this one and it helps you to understand and practice. The point here is what I'm looking at is that you to practice. Okay? I don't need you to check this, listen. I want you to stop it. Okay, the video takes 20 minutes, but you can use, I don't know, 1 hour, 2 hours practice, and that would be nice. If you're watching this, guys, I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Yesterday. Yesterday. Okay, simple past. So let's use what we were practicing before. Try to choose the correct verb here, okay? You're gonna find two or three verbs, I don't know. When you choose the correct one according to the time marker. This is called time marker. For example, yesterday, last year, okay? 2 minutes ago, that's past tense. Today, that's present tense. Every day, that's simple present. Tomorrow, that's future tense, etc., etc. So you choose the verb, okay? Please practice. Did you cry? Okay, don't use this because it's the auxiliary. So whenever you make a question, you don't need the verb in past tense. You use the verb in past tense in affirmative. This one is a question. Okay, you have the auxiliary here already. So what you need is the verb in its base for or infinitive. That's how we call it. I didn't. Again, you have the auxiliary here, so you need the verb in infinitive. Okay, yesterday. Now, ah, I am. It's happening now. Estoy llorando ahora. I am crying now. Okay. Are you crying now? Yes. I'm not crying now at the moment. I not didn't cry because didn't cry is past tense. So if you want to use past tense here, we should have here like a time marker in past tense yesterday, last year. But we don't have it. We have the word now. It shows that the action is happening at the moment now. Okay? Every day. What does the expression every day indicate? That is an action that is repeated. So since it is repetitive, we use simple present. Do you cry every day? What is this? Give it a try, please. What is it? Did or do? One was here. Do or are. Discuss it with your friend. Every day. Do or does. Remember that we have third person singular here. What is it? And finally, they crying now, but it's a question. Which one would you use? Do or are? So, okay, give it a try. Practice a lot. Real pleasure as always. It took like 20, 22 minutes in the video. Make it longer if you really practice. Okay? Hey guys, I give it up for you. Thank you very much. I love you. Okay, take care. Anything, just don't hesitate to contact me. Okay, by WhatsApp, please. Very easy. Send me a message, Johnny. Bye bye. Take care. See you. Remember, God is taking care of you, your families. Don't worry about anything. Just pray, believe in. Créale a Dios, créale a Dios, créale el resto. Orgulloso de ustedes. Bye bye. Take care.